I just want to share the perspective of a person who sees both sides, right? And I understand where people are coming from when they say, "Oh, I'm a God," right? They're not saying that they're the most high God. They're not saying that like they're saying they were made in God's image, so they have power, they can manifest reality and stuff. And I do think that they have a point. Now, I don't say I'm a God, right? That's why I say I'm in the middle because I feel like that can get to a point where it boosts your pride to where you feel like you're equal to God or something. Like I get like I feel like that can go south because it'll boost your pride, and we all know who the angel of pride was, Lucifer. So yeah, so I like try to certain things where I feel like okay, it's gonna boost your pride so high. I try to like, I'm not gonna say I don't indulge because I'm a human being. Obviously, I'm gonna mess up, but I try to like be cautious and stuff like that. Yeah. So and then it's like then you have the other side of people that are like, well, if you're God, then do this, like do that. We can't do blah 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 and stuff like. Okay, and it's weird to me because it's not the word like or the trying to put yourself like equal to God that it seems like people are saying. It seems more like the fact that people think they have power at all, which is confusing because see one thing I have noticed is every time people see power they don't understand, see power or of like something they don't know about, see any type of any supernatural something they don't understand, the very first thing they're gonna say is, oh, it's a demonic, oh, it's a demon, oh, it's the devil, as if God don't got no power. Anything that Satan can do, God can do better. And that's exactly the mentality that got Jesus killed. Because then they say the same things about Jesus. Then they say he was a demon, that he cast out devils because he was a devil, and then they killed him. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just confusing to me because I'm just saying also, if we don't have any power, then you don't really believe in God if you don't believe you have power. Because you're made in his image, right? Okay, that's one example. I ain't gonna use that one, right? Bible says you're supposed to be greater than angels and stronger than demons. You're already stronger than demons, but you're made to be greater than angels. So it's like you don't actually believe the scriptures. You're more or less just practicing believing in God, right? But you and your kids, you believe in Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, until it gets to the point where you don't believe anymore because it has proven itself to not be true. So the same way should go for God. At a certain point, you shouldn't just be believing. You should know. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to know. And when you know God, and you know God is real, and you know who he says he is who he is, then you know that you can do all things through Christ. You can do all things, not a little bit, not what people think, all things. How did Moses split the Red Sea? Now, I'm not saying I can just be like, let there be lightning. No, I'm not saying that you can just do anything. It still has to be in God's will. But like how Elijah caught fire from the sky, if Elijah didn't believe that he had power in the first place, that was coming from God, he could do all things like call fire from the sky, then he wouldn't have even tried.